Hey guys, so this week we are going to be working in our plant anatomy objectives. So we're going to start with plant anatomy, of course. It's kind of going to be short and simple and to the point, and hopefully it'll be kind of easy for us to understand, for me to walk you through. You are required to take your notes in your notebook, and then after the lecture you are to take a picture of your notes and upload them to the document that's in your Canvas course. So you do not have to write down everything, and I can walk you through how to do the leaves part and kind of guide you to what you need to write. So we're going to start with the first one in leaves. Okay, so leaves, the location, leaves are generally connected to the stem by the leaf petioles. Okay, that is the little thing that connects the leaf to the stem is called a leaf petiole, but are arranged on the stem in various patterns depending on the plant. Hopefully we will get to go through the way that leaves are arranged on the plant. I hope I get to go through that. So when you're writing your notes, you need to write leaves, and then underneath it write are generally connected to the stem by the leaf petioles. Okay, and I think I can highlight. Here we go. Highlighter. Okay, so leaves are generally connected to the stem by the leaf petioles. Okay, so then after you write that, then go down and write function. So you want to write location and then function. It's the site of photosynthesis. Okay, and so what photosynthesis does is it provides the plant with its food. Okay, provides a large surface of area to increase the absorption of sunlight. In order to have photosynthesis, the plant has to have light. Okay, so increase absorption of the sunlight, okay, and it's the large surface area. Okay, so in order to have photosynthesis, one key component is sunlight. Okay, so the plants do not photosynthesize during the night. Okay, and also a major site of plant transpiration. So you're going to write major site of plant transpiration and the diffusion of water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen to form from the plant. Okay, all that is saying is water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen is what the plant needs to generate photosynthesis. Okay, so the stems. Go back. Alright, so the stems are usually the central structure of the plant. So the central structure of the plant, oh gosh, to which flowers, leaves, and roots are all attached. So here you go. Here is your stem. So if you did not have stems, then your roots, your leaves, your flowers would not be able to attach to that plant. So what is the purpose of the stem? It is going to be to channel for transportation of water, minerals, and sugar. Okay, so what's going to happen is these roots are going to take up minerals, water, and it's going to have to take that to the leaves and to the flowers. So in order to do that, it's going to be through the stem. And then of course the second one is to support the buds and the leaves. So if we don't have stems, we have nowhere for our leaves to go. Alright, so our roots. Let's see if I can get we'll go back. Alright, so our roots. They are usually located at the bottom, so they're located at the bottom of the plant. Of course, we're going to do location, the bottom of the plant, or the part of the plant that has contact with the soil or other media. So roots do not generally have to be put into the soil. You can have roots, you can stick your plant in some water through hydroponics and grow that plant just fine. Okay, so it's just going to have contact with the soil. So the plant that has the contact with the soil or other media. Okay, so then it's function. So the function of the roots is to absorb water and nutrients. Okay, it's going to anchor the plant. So anchor, support the stem structure, and then store food. Okay, the roots are going to store that food, so they may have taken up all these minerals, but the plant does not quite need them yet, so they're going to store them in the roots, and then when it's time for that plant to take them up, then the roots will take it, will provide that. So flowers. So the most prettiest part of the plant. Okay, so the location of the flowers. Okay, make sure you are labeling these, okay? the location of the flowers are usually, okay, so the flowers are usually the flashiest part of the plant. Okay, for example, most people when they go to buy a plant, or right now we're getting close to fall, so I'm getting ready to change my flower beds at my house. So a lot of people go and they look for the flashiest plant, the plant that looks the best and has the prettiest flowers on it. Okay, so what is the function of the flower? The function is primary for reproduction. Okay, the color and fragrances are to attract pollinators, and then they're going to contain the male and the female parts. They can contain both, but understand that the flowers, yes, they're pretty, and yes, people put them out, but the main reason that they plant flowers is to attract pollinators. And then the fruit. Let's see. So the fruit's location, the fruits are formed, okay, and they are formed, and they are going to be from the seeds. Okay, that's the easiest way for you guys to understand the fruit. So the function of the fruit is going to be to produce the seeds. So think about it this way: when you are getting ready to eat apples or eat watermelon, and you cut that watermelon open, you always see the seeds inside. Okay, so the purpose of the fruit is to protect that seed. So if we, for some reason, didn't ever touch our watermelon, and it was still kind of the temperature that watermelon can grow in, then that watermelon, the fruit, would go down into the soil. The seeds would go into the soil unless the bird picked them up, but most of the time they would go in the soil, and they would generate a new plant. Okay, so that fruit, that watermelon, its main job was to protect this seeds. Okay, and then assist in the dispersal of seeds. Okay, some animals may eat the seed or eat the fruit and disperse the seeds everywhere. Okay, so just know that the fruit's main function is to produce the seed. Alright, so the seeds. So the seeds, the location, the seeds are the mature ovule, which is originally the female part. Know that the seeds are housed in a type of fruit or a cone. So when it talks about cone, you got to think about pine cones. So when you see pine cones on the ground, they are actually inside of those pine cones are seeds. Okay, and so the functions is usually protected by the seed coat and protects from moisture and extreme conditions. It will germinate and become a new plant. Okay, so it will germinate and become a new plant. Alright guys, so this is the end of your lecture. Make sure that you take a picture of your notes and you upload them onto the Canvas page where you're supposed to. If you have any questions, all you have to do is email me.